Hello, happy Friday. Welcome back to I Create For You. I'm going to tell a story out of the Ghosts of the Black Hills. They're stories of spooks and spirits here in the Black Hills who haven't left us even after they have left us. By Tom Welch. Okay, this is situated in Iron Tree. Native American culture has always been rich with the lore of the spirit world. To most tribes, belief in the supernatural was a normal, necessary dimension of everyday life. So it was with the Teton Dakota, the great tribe that laid claim to Baja Sapa, the Black Hills, in the mid 1800s. The supernatural world of the Teton consisted of everything that was Wiccan or sacred. Ghosts were definitely part of this world. When I first heard the tale of Iron Tree, a Sioux brave, and his wife Bright Star, I knew it would have to be included in any collection of ghost stories from the Black Hills. It was told to me by Minnie Eklund of Omaha, Nebraska. Like so many folk tales, it has been passed down through the generations. Minnie first heard it from her paternal grandfather, a Sioux Indian, when she was knee-high to a tadpole. Her grandfather remembered hearing it from his father long ago on a reservation up north. This is how Minnie told it to me. By the Treaty of 1868, the Black Hills was set aside for the Indians, and the U.S. Army promised to keep everyone else out. You can bet your boots that the discovery of gold there and the mad clamor that ensued changed all that, though. By 1874, the hills were crawling with white miners, all searching the rocky passes and crystal-clear streams for the mysterious yellow metal. The Indians, of course, were mad as hornets over this turn of events. War parties were organized, and the young Indian warriors attacked the incoming invaders every chance they got. Iron Tree was a young Oglala brave of 20 winters. Tall and strong, he was an aggressive horseman and usually brought down many bison during a hunt. Like his fellow tribesmen, Iron Tree was outraged at the droves of trespassers that poured into Baja Sapa. One year, when spring arrived, the Indians decided to set up camp near Bear Butte, a strategic place to form raiding parties. Fierce warrior that he was, Iron Tree was ready to do battle when news came that a group of prospectors was spotted making its way along the Thieves' Road in the northern hills. His young wife, Bright Star, felt uneasy about it for some reason. Iron Tree had been in many war parties before, like the time they had raided the Pawnee camp and had come away with many horses. The Teton Dakota were well known among the other Great Plains tribes for their bold, cunning ways. Iron Tree had been particular astute in battle, and Bright Star was very proud of him. Still, she couldn't help but worry over this latest plan. Iron Tree had several other braves, their faces painted for battle, rode off on a warm, bright morning to intercept the mining party. The sky overhead was clear and blue, and the sun beat down on the land below as Bright Star watched the band of braves depart. That afternoon she went with several other women into the grove of red willows to pick berries. Try as she might, she couldn't keep her mind on the work at hand. A cold, troubled feeling knotted in the pit of her stomach as a wave of anxiety coursed through her. Bright Star knew it had to do with Iron Tree, and she was mighty perplexed by it. She had never worried like this before when he was away. Several of her friends noticed her strange behavior too. These feelings stayed with Bright Star for 5 days. On the night of the 5th day, when the moon was fat in the velvet sky and the Indian village glowed softly with evening fires, a shadow appeared at the door flap of Bright Star's tepee. She had been sleeping, but woke instinctively, knowing that it was Iron Tree. She was surprised to see him at that time of night. He entered and stood silently for a few moments. His face was half hidden in the shadows, but Bright Star could sense the tranquility in his dark eyes and the smile on his lips. "My husband returns by the moon?" she asked softly. I heard no horses. Where are the others? There is only me, Iron Tree said. None of the others have returned yet. I have traveled a great distance tonight. My love for you has brought me here, but I cannot stay long. I do not understand, my husband. Be brave, Bright Star. For me and our unborn child. May he too grow up to be a great warrior. Bright Star stared at Iron Tree with wide eyes. You knew? How could it be? I myself was only sure today. Iron Tree smiled. I must go now. Will you return soon? He shook his head. I will not return. I was killed in battle this very day. Be proud of me. With that he turned and was gone, leaving a deep silence in his wake. True to his word, Iron Tree never appeared again. Bright Star had a strong, healthy son who, indeed, grew up and became a great warrior in his own right. On the road to manhood, he was inspired many times by stories of Iron Tree, the courageous father he had never known. Well, that was a kind of sad one. Sad in a way. I mean, it was also pretty nice that they were actually able to, well, they didn't really say goodbye, but, got to see him one more time, even though he was killed in battle. Let me see where I'm at here. Put you down so I can I'm just going to try to do an Indian warrior the best that I can. Alrighty. Oh my goodness. It's pretty good that that she was able to have some form of him in her son, and that he knew you had one. And that he followed his father's footsteps but not to the point of being killed. At least that's not been said, but and that he was able to and the son was able to live by his father's stories of him being a mighty warrior. So that was pretty cool. Even though he hadn't met him, he was able to hear the stories. This is gonna be tricky for me. Faces aren't my best, believe me. So just bear with me. Oh my goodness, it is so cold here today. I don't know if it's cold where y'all are, but man, here in PA, this is craziness. I checked, it was like 24 degrees, I think it said on my phone. And I was like, oh my god, how could it be so cold? I hate winter. Mark loves it. I hate it. It's just like, ugh, I just can't. I mean, like, yeah, I got so many aches and pains. They know what the weather's going to be like before the weather's even here. Everything starts to stiffen up. My joints start to hurt. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm showing my age. Man, it's just crazy how weather does that. It just like seeps into your bones. I'm going to change that. I gotta use this one because that one's a little nubby, so I want to change this eyebrow area here. And eye. So, oh, look what it did. Well, this is a sucky eraser. What good was that? Let's see if I can salvage it a little bit here. No, these aren't rabbit ears. I thought of that after I was doing them. That looked like I was giving him rabbit ears. He's no Bugs Bunny. Guess I gotta kind of flare it out a little bit so that it looks more like a feather. Sorry about that. I thought of that after I was looking at it. I was like, man, they're gonna think I'm giving him rabbit ears. These are his war feathers. Okay. He's got one nasty I'm gonna use this eraser, see if this will help. It must be this paper. I gotta blame it on something, right? This is his hair coming down the other side. In case you were wondering what I was doing next, what other kind of disfigurement I was giving him, right? Let's see, now that eraser worked good. I don't know. Nothing works well when it's cold. I was trying to color with gel pens earlier, and I think my pens froze or something. My God, the ink was not coming out of them at all. Like, yep, it's winter. Have you been in the Black Hills of South Dakota? Let me see what it says. Oh, it doesn't really say. I'm not quite sure where it's at. North Dakota? I believe it's South Dakota. So. Nope, no, wait. That's his neck there. I'm getting all confused here. That's his hair. This is his chest. This is his arm coming up here. And he's got, I'm going to just bring his hand out here. Okay, and he's going to be holding his hand here, so. Wow, that arm's looking funky. Can't do a sideways arm. There we go. So that's a little better. Because I want to give him his war stick. That looks good. I don't know. I'm not having a good day with this drawing hair. Now come on. That's what I get for slacking off and not doing too many drawings lately. Gotta get my mojo. There we go. And we're gonna just give him a spear type. Okay, I'm gonna have this stick. Let me see if you're in frame still. Yep, I'm gonna move you up a little bit because I'm more going down further here. Getting his little clothing here. Alrighty, let's get to the pants now. You have just a little bit here. So I can just keep going with this. If you see, like, it looks like the lights are flashing, it's our TV. I have it muted and I should have turned it off, but it's like when they have ads and stuff, it just messes with the lighting. This does not look like what I want it to look like. This is where its gun is holstered in this thing. So okay. This is the flap that he has of his war clothes. It's the band that holds it to the back, and then the back's going to have like a. It's going to come down like that. The back flap, and oh my gosh, what kind of a leg does he have? Heaven help him. You know what? I'm going to take that away and this away. And I'm going to try this again. I'm going to give him a leg. I'm trying. This boy's going to get a leg yet. I'm just so discombobulated here, trying to figure out how I'm gonna get his leg. I had to make sure I was in the frame. Okay, we're gonna make him something that he's gonna be wearing on his leg. Cause see, this has got to be. I think this is a bare leg, so I'm going to. Get his moccasin here. Okay, I think that looks right. It looks a little thin there, but these are like when he walks. I don't know why they would do that though, but you know, you think you want to be quiet if you're going into battle so you could sneak up on your enemy, but yeah, I gave his enemy a heads up there. Oh, this is not gonna look good, I tell you that right now. I am having troubles with his legs. Maybe if I work down here first. This is this other foot. There's other foot up here. And work that way, maybe. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe a little thin. Okay. He's got one over here too. Let me fix this here. Okay, and then his stick, it's going to go all the way down to his feet, and then just have like a big thing like that. This bothers me here, but I don't know how I'm going to fix that though. It will even look like a leg there. Because I think the way I'm doing it is I'll make his skirt, his flap in the beginning, his flap in the front a little long, wider. Don't show too much here, but yeah. And then his hair comes down. Not too good at braiding, but that is our fierce warrior, Indian warrior. I'll pan out so you can see it better. Maybe. Oh, there we go. Now you can see the whole thing. Doesn't look that bad, but the legs are bothering me. So that's Iron Tree. And as a native warrior with his staff and his war outfit and his gave him a gun, got a gun. So yeah. Oh, I just knocked over some books. Nice. So this is what I was going off of. I did the best that I could, but that was my reference photo. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed this story. We got plenty more. Hope to see you guys in the next video. If you could, please give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't, because there's lots more to come. And check out my shorts. Not that way, my short videos. I don't know where you were going with that, but you know what I meant. Anywho, thank you. And I shall see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye for now.